My name is Charlotte, and welcome to Hearth Crafts, my channel where I talk general rubbish about my crazy and slightly chaotic crafty life. I live on the south coast of England with my 5 children who are all neurospicy, so crafting keeps me sane. I have a few things to show you this morning. I went to the range with Pete on Sunday. Pete's coming around shortly, so I thought I'd quickly get this video recorded. Star's having a scritch. Star's actually allergic to absolutely everything. Star's my dog. She's been on permanent steroids for a couple of years now. She's old, she's 11. But yeah, so that's why you hear her scritching quite a lot. She's bless her, she's just had her steroids this morning, so hopefully it'll calm down a little bit soon. And Eddie's decided to chew on something right next to me here. So anyway, I bought a couple of bits from the range. One of them I was super disappointed with because I went thinking to myself it would be amazing. I've had a real hankering after cross stitch recently, and I thought it'd be really lovely if I could find something Christmassy cross stitch related, so that I could sort of do a little bit of that after I finished making my gift knits. And I did. I found cross stitch, or did I? So I found this. It's mini cross stitch decoration kit, and it was £1.99, and it was lovely. And I thought I could make some sort of like tree decorations out of these. Now, as you see, it clearly says mini cross stitch decorations. It wasn't until I got home and I looked at the pictures and I thought, that looks suspiciously like embroidery. So I opened it, and guess what? It's embroidery. It's not cross stitch. This is not cross stitch. This is embroidery. Now, I'm disappointed. And will I do it? Well, I don't know. It was £1.99. I'm not going to make the effort. With my van, it's going to cost me more in fuel to go back to the range and take this back. So I will keep it. Might do it at some point, but it's not what I wanted, so I'm very disappointed about that. However, I did find something else which I'm very excited about, and I really want to do these, but again, it's going to have to wait. I think I need to get these gift knits done. But it's sew your own sausage dog ornaments, and there's 3 little sausages. I'm very excited about that. That's a good one. I was really pleased with that. The other thing that I got, which I didn't show you, obviously I got a couple of Christmas tree decorations, which I showed you at the end of the last video. But I got a couple of packs of Christmas fabric. It's like packs of fat quarters. Spoiler alert, these may be for something included in my 12 cast-ons. One of the things that I've kind of decided that some of the 12 cast-ons for me are going to be categories rather than actual items. So hear me out. Here's my thinking. One of them is going to be gift knits. That is going to be one of my 12 cast-ons. Now, the idea is I really want to have a stockpile of socks and hats, potentially, that I can use to give to people for their birthdays and for Christmas, because I would have loved to have given everybody a handmade pair of socks for Christmas this year. That would have been amazing. I haven't got a massive family. My parents have passed away. My grandparents have passed away. I literally only have 2 brothers and my brother's wife and his children. Thank you, Edward. Dropped his chew on the floor. Both dogs scuttled for it. Yeah, anyway. So yeah, I don't have a huge amount of people, but Pete's got 2 brothers and his mum, and they're all very, very knit worthy. So it would have been lovely to have given them all a pair of socks this year. That's what I would have liked to have done, but I just ran out of time. And I think that next year, I'd like to sort of spread it out over the year, make some socks. All of their birthdays are kind of at the end of the year as well. The birthdays are kind of September and November, which is really good. There's not really any birthdays at the beginning of the year. apart from my niece and nephew. I have one in January and one in April. So we'll see if they get if they get a pair for their birthday or not. But yeah, so that's the plan. So that the cast on title is Gift Knits, and the idea is that I will make at least one pair of socks which will be gifted per month. That's kind of how I'm thinking with that. And the other one is project bags. So I've crocheted loads and loads of like shopping bags, market bags, things like that. But I want to actually sew my own project bags because I'd like to be able to have each pair of socks in its own individual project bag. But I just don't have a big enough collection of project bags for that. In fact, I have three. I have three. And one on the way from Stitched by Mrs. D, which I'm very excited about. But I'd really like to make my own. So the idea with that fabric is that one of my 12 cast-ons will be project bags, which kind of gives me the scope to make more than one. I may only want to make one. I may make one and think, yeah, it's not my forte. I'll buy them. But we'll see. I always like to give things a go myself. So that will be one of my 12 cast-ons. What was the other one? Oh, the other one, which is a group, is going to be Christmas decor. So in one of Angie's previous videos, she made a garland of Advent mitts. And I absolutely love that. And I've said for so many years now that I want a tree full of crochet Christmas decorations. And it's like, now that I'm sort of, sock knitting obsessed, it would be amazing to have like little mini socks and stockings and things there. I'd like an Advent garland thing that I can put little yarn scraps and stuff in. Like, yeah, I want decor. So yeah, that's another section will be Christmas decor. And it's kind of like every time, the way I think I'm going to run my 12 cast-ons is that I've bought myself a 12-sided dice. So every Monday I will roll the dice, and whatever number comes up, that is the project from the 12 cast-ons that I will focus on that week. So say if Christmas decor comes up, then I'll just, throughout that week, I'll make as many miniature socks and mitts and baubles, and I'd like to. I saw oh, come on, brain. Monday. It's not even Monday morning. It's not Monday morning. Oh, come on now. Alt knots. It's yeah. Really, dogs. Alt Knots, who is she does crochet videos. She's fantastic. But last night I watched her latest video about Christmas decor, and she was using her lucette fork to make like a garland around her tree. And I love my lucette fork. It's such a mind-numbing, like just an amazing thing to do. So yeah, that again, I could get my lucette fork out and I could start doing some of that sort of stuff. So yes, that's kind of how I would work that. That is my plan. So there's 3 of my 12 cast-ons already. Excuse me. So yes, that is what that is going to be for. That today I am going to, like I said, Pete's coming round. The idea was he was going to go out in the garden and build a shed. But it's so dark today. It was this morning. It felt like I was putting Romany on the school bus. She gets on the school bus at 8, and it felt like I was putting her on the bus at night. It was very dark and very odd, and it's drizzly and grey. And I haven't been able to get the dogs out yet because Star won't go out in the rain. It's like she thinks that she's going to dissolve if water hits her. So we haven't been out yet. I'll keep an eye on it and go and check and see if it gets to a point where I can take them out. Let me just show you where I'm at. So I've done no work on the robin sock for quite some time. But I am at the gusset decreases. So I've picked up all the gusset stitches, and I'm now working my way through the gusset decreases on the I Walked with a Zombie socks. So I'm really excited about that. I think what I'll do is I'll carry on with this today because Pete's around today anyway. So I won't be working on the robin socks. So I'll carry on with this. I'll get through the gusset decreases. And I think once I'm into the foot, either I'll just want to carry on with this and get it finished. So I've got one completed sock for each person, which is fine. Or I will start doing a few rows on the robin sock, which is still at, let's have a little looky. Where are you? Here. Oh, so I think I have done a couple more rows on the, I think I'm about ready to go on to the stockinette stitches for the leg on that. I did do a few more rounds on that. But yeah, so it will be gusset decreases today. And hopefully we can get through those. That's my aim for today, is to finish the gusset decreases. So we will see. Anywho, I will catch up with you a bit later on. You want some cheese? Say hello.
Hello.
Say, my name is Romany. Can you say that? Oh. Oh dear. Ah. Oh dears, are you tired? Is Romany tired? Oh, beautiful.
Hello, cheese on.
You want to? Child wants cheese. Child wants cheese. So I had to come on and do a video. Probably look really random walking through the park. Just been to Asda, got my shopping trolley. My children hate it when I use this trolley. They say it's really embarrassing. I'm like, I'm way past the point in my life of it being embarrassing. Anyway, I just had to share this on my way home. So this beautiful, lovely soul of a Canadian lady just stopped me at the checkout. I had my coat off and I've got my Hexy granny cardigan on. Really old. It's the first one I ever made. And she said, "Did you make that?" And I said, "Yes, I did." And she said, "That is unbelievable." She said, "You are so talented," and all the lovely things. And I said, actually, now I think of it, I made my hat, I made my cowl, I made my cardi. And she literally started doing that, you know, that bow down thing that you do to like a messiah in the middle of Asda. And I was like, oh my goodness, that's so lovely. When she stood there for ages, she was like, "Oh, I just think you're amazing." And I just thought, how lovely. I love that. I love those people who will stop random people and tell them nice things about themselves to make their day. Like, I'm so all about that. I am one of those people. But yeah, just had to share that with you. I'm going to carry on walking home now. Welcome to a very rainy Thursday. Thursday the 18th. It is. I say that so confidently. In my head, I'm thinking, is it actually Thursday the 18th? So my aim is, I'm through the gusset decreases. I'm now just onto the straight foot knitting. I really want to, hang in there. I really want to try and get this done. I'd really love to be able to get it done by the time I go to bed tonight, but I don't know if that's going to happen. I will get this done tomorrow. Sock 1 of I Walked with a Zombie will be finished tomorrow. And then that means, worst case scenario, I have 2 socks to make between now and Christmas. However, it's not that it's okay. I'm not freaking out about it because we don't really have any plans this weekend other than we're going out to dinner on Saturday evening with some friends of ours. But other than that, like during the day and on Friday night and things like that, we did toy with the idea of going to see the new Avatar movie, which is 3.5 hours long. But actually, I don't know if I can handle going out 2 nights in a row. Because I like being indoors. So I doubt we will, and I won't be able to knit and focus on the film. I'd rather just spend the weekend at home, knitting and getting those done. I can make some real good progress this weekend on those socks, so it's okay. I'm still hopeful. And then the third pair of socks, which is for my friend, that doesn't matter if they're completed after Christmas, because it's one of those where we likely won't see each other between now and Christmas anyway. So I will gift those after Christmas. So that's absolutely fine. Other exciting thing that happened yesterday. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Let me show you the other side. So this is my Stitched by Mrs. D pouch, and I love it. It's just so beautifully done, and all the fabrics are so lovely together. It's like this is probably my favorite bit here, which is like got the descriptions of different flowers. These are like books here, and then there's this random beautiful woman on there and some tickets, and I just love it. It's all really, really pretty, and it's quilted, and it's just lovely. And as I suspected, I can actually fit. So in here, granted, I probably could do with a little bit more space, but in here, I have one ball of yarn with my robin cuff and my 9-inch circulars, and I have the completed robin sock, and that fits in there. And that is what I want. I want little project bags. Let me have a look inside. So inside it's kind of just a plain fabric, but look at her little Mrs. D. Oh, I love it. It's so fantastic. And also the other thing I love is that it came with this. It's a bit crumpled already. And then on the back it says, "Dear Charlotte, thank you so much. Love from Paula." Handwritten with kisses. And I love that. I love when things that you buy from little independent businesses have got the little personal touch to them. I love it. It's not even just "thank you so much, love Paula." Like, she's actually gone to the trouble of writing my name. I love that. It's the simple things, but yeah, I absolutely love that. And it fits. It's got my whole robin project in there, so it's perfect. I love it. So yeah, this is, once I've finished the first I Walked with a Zombie sock, then I will carry on working on the robin sock. I think that's how I'm going to do it. If I can get the other robin sock done this weekend, I'd be really happy. I would just be so happy when these gift knits are done. It's not that I'm not enjoying them. I am, because it's sock knitting, and I love sock knitting. It's my bag. It's fine. And look, in they go. They're all nice and cozy, and they're beautiful. And because it's quilted, it just feels like I'm putting the project to bed. It's not that I'm not enjoying them. I am. It's sock knitting. I love sock knitting. It's all good. I think the problem is I'm not very good at gift knitting. I think I'm quite a selfish knitter. And this is why one of my 12 cast on projects is the category gift knits, because if I can spread them out over the course of the year, because I'm like knitting these socks thinking they're not even for me. I'm not even going to wear them. Do you know what I mean? I've got the Silent Night socks waiting for me there, over there, which ones that I will wear. So yeah, it's fine. I'm just not very good at gift knitting, which is why it needs to be spread out over the course of the year. But yeah, they're coming along. I'm doing it. It's fine. I also made a decision last night slash this morning about the yarn clubs that I'm going to get next year. This year, the only yarn club that I've actually had all year round is the Spooky Yarn Club by Unseen Yarn, who were previously Floof Fibre. I've had the Spooky Yarn Club all year and I've loved it. Every single one that's come through, I've really liked it, even if it's not one that I would have chosen if I were buying yarn. I've still really liked it and thought of someone that it could be for, like the I Walked with a Zombie sock yarn. Like it's perfect for Pete's brother, but not a colour that I would have chosen. I was really, really glad I had it. So yeah, I've really liked hers. Now she has announced her clubs for next year, and this year it's been the Spooky Yarn Club, which has been based on old horror movies and Disney villains. And next year, oh, it's just brilliant, absolutely brilliant. Her first yarn club is moths. Now, I have a thing about moths. I call them nighttime butterflies, and I love them. Absolutely love moths. Have a real thing for them. So, without a doubt, I will be getting the moth club. That is one that I will do. The other one is brilliant, and I think is it fungus or bacteria? Might be bacteria is the theme, which sounds gross, but I really love that. I love it when things are slightly out of the box. You know, I like things that are out of the norm. And if it weren't for the other club I've decided on, I probably would have got both. I probably would have got the moth club and the fungus club. However, whilst watching Kitty Scrapper's Vlogmas, she has been getting an advent from a dye called Dye Candy, which I'd never heard of before. But I love the advent that Kitty Scrapper is getting like every day from her. I think it's lovely. So I went and did a little bit of investigating, and now I follow her and everything. And she has just announced her yarn clubs. Now she does a blanket one, which is a fade, and this year she is doing Bejeweled. It's called Bejeweled fade set, but it sounds to me like it's going to be really rich, sort of darker tone yarn. I've never had a fade before, and I really like the sound of it. It won't be for a blanket. I'm sure it'll probably be for like a sweater or something like that. I'm going for the 4-ply option. It's 250-gram skeins a month, and they are a fade. So I'm really excited about that one. Really excited. And those are my two yarn clubs. Like I said, I'm very tempted by the fungus one. I think it's fungus. I'm not entirely sure if that's correct. I want to say, no, it's not fungus, bacteria. Is it even bacteria? I don't know. The other one from Unseen Yarn, I am very tempted by that. I'm also tempted by Dye Candy's other one, which is My Little Pony. Now, when I was little, I was obsessed. You know, the classic little ponies from the 80s and early 90s. I was obsessed. I had loads of them. In fact, we had this dog called Rusty, and she was evil. She protected my mum. She wouldn't let the kids touch her. Like these days, you would never be able to get away with having such a vicious dog living in a household with 3 small children. But back then, nobody cared. Nobody cared. And in fact, me and my brothers used to play chicken to see who could get closest to Rusty before they got bit. But yeah, so Rusty used to have phantom pregnancies, and she used to have a wooden kennel out in our conservatory. And I remember one time she pinched all of My Little Ponies, took them out into her kennel, into the conservatory. She was lactating for My Little Ponies and everything. And she wouldn't let me have them back. And my mum and dad were like, you can't take them off her. She thinks they're her babies. Until she's lost interest in them, you can't have them back. And I was devastated. What was I supposed to do? I used to sit there and look at them and think, they're not your babies, they're mine. But yeah. So My Little Pony always has that connection to, and obviously my parents have passed away. My family pretty much have all gone. So anything that brings back memories of childhood, I had the best childhood. We had such a happy, loving family, and I love being reminded of it constantly. So yeah, the My Little Pony one, and also it's a speckle, which really appeals to me, like a neon speckle. The more I talk about it, the more I think, am I even going to be able to resist that one? But can I have 3 yarn clubs in a month? Like, that's excessive. Is it? It's not like I drink. I don't drink alcohol. I don't go out or have any real life. I don't know. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, so I'm really pleased that I've made those decisions about yarn clubs because, again, I don't spend loads of money on clothes. I don't, you know, it's my little treat every month. And I like receiving them through the post and not knowing what I'm getting. Anywho, so I'm going to carry on. I don't think there's anything else really to update you with. Pete's not coming around today. So I will pretty much be able to continue knitting all afternoon, all evening, while I'm sort of sorting out the children and doing bath times. I'll sit in my little camp chair in front of the bath knitting. And yeah, we'll see how far we can get with it. I might update you a little bit later on, or I might come back on tomorrow. But anyway, I shall keep you updated. It's Sunday. What was that? So tomorrow I've got all the kids home. I've got the girls. So it'll be a day indoors and just knitting tomorrow. And then Tuesday, which is Christmas Eve. No, it's not, is it? What day is Christmas Eve? Christmas Eve is Wednesday. Okay, so I've got the girls tomorrow and Tuesday. And so that's 2 days worth of knitting because I'll be in. I am thinking I might take them for a little nighttime stroll just down to the end of the road so they can see people's Christmas lights. Again, it's one of those things where you don't know how that's going to go because Romany doesn't like the dark. So she may not enjoy that, but we'll see. And then Christmas Eve, they are going, all of the children are going to their dad's about lunchtime-ish. So I will have a pretty chilled out Christmas afternoon, although I do have to pop to town because I ordered myself some Christmas pajamas this year. They've got little robins on. I deliberately wanted some with robins on. The only place I could find them was Bon Marche, which really reminds me of my nan because my nan was obsessed with Bon Marche. So that is like in honour of my nan. And they're in store, so I need to go. I don't know why I didn't have them delivered to the house. I really regret that decision now, but anyway, they're in store, so I will probably go. I'll drop the girls off Christmas Eve, and then I will go and get those in town so that I've got some nice pajamas to wear on Christmas Eve. And then that's it. So I'm really excited. I feel like I'm over the worst of it. There's really no more money to be spent. There's only a few more small gifts to wrap. Like, I'm ready and I feel chill. I feel a little bit hyper and excited, but that's it. I'm kind of done. So I'm really glad about that. Also, I have today locked in. Do you know what? I think I've pretty much locked in all 12 of my cast-ons. The only thing that I haven't written on my list is I want to do a pair of colourwork socks. I want to do colour work socks. Now I've got, for my birthday, I was given 52 weeks of sock knitting volume 1 and 2. So I'm going to have a little look through those later and see if there's like a colour work pair of socks in there that I would like to give a go. But yeah, so I think I've locked in my 12 cast-ons. So leading on from that, I have something to show you, which is in a bag, and I'm really hoping this isn't going to make too much horrific noise. So Ange from Yarn and Yarns, who is the founder, the Messiah? Is Messiah a male word? The goddess, let's just say the goddess, what a lovely word, the goddess of the 12 cast-ons, Ange from Yarn and Yarns. She has a Yarn and Yarns D-Stash page on Instagram, and I went on there the other day to have a look because there's one particular cast-on which I really wanted some really nice yarn for, and I saw these on there and I thought, do you know what, I've never ever even felt, as far as I'm aware, alpaca. So I thought I'm going to treat myself to this. So I'm probably going to completely butcher these. Sierra Andina, Sierra Andina. And it's 100% alpaca, extra fine, which it looks very much like a 4-ply. And it's in this beautiful sort of almost heathered purple colour. Purple is my favourite colour. I love purple. And these are 50-gram balls, and they are going to be for one of my 12 cast-ons, and they are so soft. They're so soft. Smelling. Is that a thing that all knitters and yarny folk do? Do you have to smell your yarn? Because I'm obsessed with it. Anyway, it's lovely, and it's so. I've got five balls of that, so that's what, 250 grams. The pattern that I'm doing calls for 200, but because I am Amazonian, I do tend to like to do a few extra rows somewhere in my garments, so that they're not, because otherwise I think every single thing that I ever made would be a crop top on me. I'm not that bad. I'm 5'11". When I'm in my boots, probably closer to 6 foot. So I'm tall. So I need a little bit extra length. But yes, I'm really excited about this. It's so beautiful. It's so soft and squishy, and I'm very excited about that. So I've got that, and you know how I love a handwritten. That's Yarn and Yarns. That's Angie's thing. Angie's thing. And it says, "Hi Charlotte, thank you so much for supporting my small business. I am so excited to see what you cast on. Happy face. Warmest wishes and woolly hugs, Ange." I love it. I love a personal written note. I have said this before, and it's just, yeah, love that. So thank you, Ange. That's amazing. What I have had to do today as well is go online and order some extra needles, because I was going through all of the things that I've chosen for the 12 cast-ons and checking that I've got the right needle size and that I've got enough cables, because my needles are interchangeable ones. So I've had to order an extra cable. I use Chiaogu, so an extra Chiaogu cable, and I've had to order 4mm Chiaogu tips and 5mm Chiaogu tips, because typically I've got 4.5 and I've got 5.5, but I haven't got the 4 and the 5. So a couple of the patterns call for those. So hopefully now I've got all the needles and cables that I need. I'll have to double check again. But I mean, certainly I have got enough to get me through casting on over the Christmas period. So that is excellent. What else have I got to show you? So let's show you what I really haven't done a massive amount of knitting this weekend, which I'm really, really annoyed about, but you know, Christmas is sorted, so now it's just literally knit. I don't know how far I got on this second one. But I did do some knitting on this is the second robin sock. And I'm going great guns on that, actually. Not doing too badly at all. So, yep, that's good. I do need to, now that Pete's probably not going to be here it's probably not going to be here tomorrow. So really, I need to get going and do some more on that. I will feel better once I'm through the heel. And then I can chill out a little bit, and because, you know, the straight stockinette bit doesn't take as long. I've forgotten. Bear with me. I'm back. Sorry. I realised I'd forgotten something. And as I got up, because I'm sat here with a blanket on my lap, I got up and I thought, ooh, it's actually quite chilly. So I've just put the heating on a little bit. Hopefully you won't hear any weird, you know, hissing and popping noises from the radiators. Anywho, so ta-da! I have finished the first I Walked with a Zombie sock. I did get Pete to try it on because obviously it's for his brother and they've got the same size feet. So he tried it on. He straight away noticed that it's shorter than his one, which is fine. That was deliberate. But yeah. So the first one is done. So that is now one completed zombie sock, one completed robin sock. I'm probably about 20 rows off having done the leg on the second robin sock, and I have just cast on wherever it is. Gone. It's gone. Oh no, I've sat on it. Oh no. I have just cast on wherever it may be. Literally just cast on the second I walked with a zombie sock. So I'm going to get through because these ones, I think I'm going to need to gift these on Christmas Eve, because I won't see his family Christmas Day, because I'll be here. So I think I need to gift these Christmas Eve. So whereas Pete's, obviously I'll be gifting Christmas Day. Although Pete's going to be here Christmas Eve, so I'm not going to be able. Anyway, stop thinking too much about that because I'll stress myself out. So I'm gonna get through the cuff, maybe a little bit of the leg, and then maybe do a little bit on the robin sock, and just knit. Anyway, I'm going to go. This will be the last bit for this week's vlog. And then we will start afresh, unless there's anything I particularly need to desperately tell you later on. We will start again tomorrow with a brand new week. Thank you so much for watching. I absolutely adore you all. I appreciate you being here to listen to my ramblings. And I hope you are all enjoying the lead up to the festive period and not getting too stressed. Oh, and happy winter solstice, by the way, as well. The light is returning to the world. It's if you're not keen on this particular part of the year where it's dark early and that kind of thing, don't worry, because from today the days start getting ever so slightly longer, which is fabulous. But yes, I appreciate you all. Don't get stressed. Try and, you know, enjoy the festivities. Okay, thank you. Enjoy your week. Bye bye.